Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and honor and glory that's definitely due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. I'm from the prophets in Babylon out of the Waco, Texas camp, affiliated with the branch of prophets in Babylon, Tampa Bay, Florida. My name is Atiyat. I'd like to give a special double honors to the elders and apostles on down from Greg from Great Millstone, those fine, sincere brothers who teach well and who rule well, and are great examples to us brothers out here. And peace and salutations to the elect of the nation of Israel. Lesson for today, a breakdown and a reading of Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 6 through 8. And Lord willing, I hope and pray that this will be an edifying lesson to you brothers and you few sisters out here. So Jeremiah Jeremiah had a vision that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai gave to Jeremiah the prophet about the time of Jacob's trouble. And this is what it's talking about here. So without further ado, this is the book of Jeremiah chapter 30, and I'm going to start here in verse 6. Ask ye now and see whether a man do travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Yeah. So the prophet Jeremiah, he asked, like, basically, like, you know, have you ever seen a man holding himself like a woman who's pregnant? Well, in Jeremiah's vision, this is exactly what he saw. He saw men holding themselves like women who are in travail. And with a woman, when she's about to give birth, that's what she does. She's holding herself, because she's, those she's about to give birth, you know, contractions, you know. So men will be holding themselves like women, you know. And so you think about it, if a man is in that spirit, and you think about some of these jakes that's running around here always talking about themselves and bragging and have that prideful spirit on them. Wherever you stay, you always got one of them jakes that always thought they was the baddest thing on the planet, spirit, right? You know, those men, can you imagine? Those men are going to be, those same men are going to be holding themselves in travail like a woman. And think about it. You got the woman. Right now, the woman is in the peak of her proudness and her prideful spirit. You know, um, so can you imagine when that time comes? And you think about it, a man, a woman, Salakia, a woman is the weaker vessel. So if a man is in travail holding himself, how much more would a woman? A woman's the weaker vessel. And like I said again, remember, these women are right now, they're in that prideful spirit. You got women right now that think they can beat up men, you know? Was that boxer Clarissa Shields? She was talking noise about beating up on a man. You're not one of the boxers not too long ago. So they're in that peak of pridefulness. They're in that peak of proudness. But in that day of Jacob's trouble, they're going to be holding themselves in travail and even more scared than these men, And they're all going to be in that they're going to be pale from all the things that they see, Verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Yeah. So this is a time, this is a time like no other. This is a time like no other. It is the most wickedest time that's ever been upon this planet Earth, and it's Jacob's trouble. You know, but Jacob will be saved up out of it. You know, and that starts with the elect, those that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai had picked to be of the elect. They will be saved from out of it. You know, um, and again, I can't stress this enough. This is the most evilest time because we're living in an evil time now. But the levels of wickedness and evilness that's going to be on the earth is going to be beyond our imaginations. You know, so it's just another exhortation to come back to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, and the name of the Heavenly Father's Son's name is Yahweh Shai, which means um, which let me rephrase it again, Salakia. You have the Heavenly Father, which his name is Yahweh, which means he is or he exists. And then you have the Heavenly Father Son's name, which is Yahweh Shai, which means he that delivers. So it's the time to come back to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So those who are of Jacob's, those who are of who Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai elect will be saved from it. Verse 8, for it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. Yeah, so, you look back at all the way back to the Renaissance period, um, this man Esau, beginning with the wicked elite of Esau Edom, you know, he's had control over the nation of Israel. He's really had control over all the nations, but in particular the nation of Israel, because Israel is the chosen nation of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And so Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to break he's going to break that yoke off the necks of the nation of Israel, as well as the other nations. Because at the end of the day, all these nations answer to Esau. Remember, the scriptures tell you in Deuteronomy chapter 28 that we all go to this man for the one of all things, and the nations do as well. Um, so you think about it. When you say, for instance, you buy a house, and you can do it on a 20-year plan or a 30-year plan. After you've paid it off in 20 years or 30 years, guess what? You could still lose a house if you're not paying the taxes on it. We have to pay if you have rent. Us brothers, some of us brothers work paycheck to paycheck. So um, if you don't pay your rent on your apartment, you could lose your apartment. If you don't pay the car note, you could lose your car. All these different things. He has us paying. This is not living. You know, this is this is this is not the way to live. So Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to break that yoke off, off our necks. You know, and this man will no longer be in rulership. You know, in the kingdom, he's going to serve us as well as the other nations. But he's going to break the yoke off this man off of our people, you know, as well as the other nations. The strangers, those are the other nations, those other heathen nations. Yeah, they've been complicit with our downfall as well. But it's Esau Edom who was in control of everything. So he's got the answer for all the wickedness that he has done towards our people. And there are so many different things that he's done, whether it's through slavery, and there's a lot of other wicked things, the Tuskegee experiments, you know, and then there's other things that this man has done, you know, that behind the scenes that we don't know that'll be revealed to us in the kingdom, you know. Um, you think about him defiling the food, um, as well as, you know, polluting the skies, the water, even the clothes that we wear. You know, everything this man does is wicked, man. So he has to be, you know, taken out of rulership. So, Lord willing, I hope and pray that this is an edifying lesson to you, brothers and you sisters. And once again, I like to give all praises and honor and glory that's definitely due to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah Bahashim Rekah Kradash. I'd like to give a special double honors to the elders and apostles on down at Great Millstone. And peace and salutations to the elect of the nation of Israel. Until the next time, Lord willing, I'll say Shalom.